Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow feelings of worry, stress, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. Release the tension in your neck, your shoulders. Feel like your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier. And I want you to recall the last time you yawned. Maybe it was a day ago, maybe a week ago. Remember where you were when you had that long, relaxing yawn. Remember how good it felt to feel like tension was leaving your body, to feel that sensation of drowsiness that followed the yawn, to feel that it was easier to breathe after the yawn than before it because you'd simultaneously release tension and relax muscles in just a few seconds. And as you imagine taking that yawn, feel that tension leave your body and feel like you're drifting off into a state of calm and relaxation. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're watching a TV show. Imagine the room you would be in, the size of the screen. But I want you to imagine the TV show is one of those investing-based TV shows. Maybe Shark Tank, Dragon's Den, or something similar. And I want you to see those familiar faces of high-profile billionaires and millionaires and CEOs and executives in those bucket chairs, maybe with notepads. And maybe you could imagine even higher profile business leaders as special guests on this particular TV show. Maybe Jeff Bezos. Maybe there's recognizable faces like Mark Cuban. And you're just watching this on a TV show. But something interesting happens. The very person that's about to present looks like you. But not just any version of you. I want you to see a version of you on that screen that is supremely confident. There is something about how you're breathing, something about the facial expressions, your body language. This isn't any version of you. This is a version of you that is totally relaxed, totally confident. I want you to imagine seeing those high-profile business leaders. Ask your name, where you're from, your background. And I want you to see how comfortable you are with a pause. Before you answer any question, there's a deep breath in through the nose. A moment, just a second or two of contemplation. And then a smile before you start talking, projecting this aura of supreme confidence, this energy of someone in control that's knowledgeable. And I want you to see that version of you on screen. The tougher the questions they ask, the more composed you seem to be. And then there's a part where you're just presenting your ideas. But I want you to notice how articulately you are presenting those ideas. Cool, calm, composed, but impactful. Highlighting a problem, perhaps highlighting the consequences of current ways of dealing with that problem. And then see there's an element of showmanship as to how you introduce an innovative, perhaps technological solution to this problem. The numbers make sense. You've done deep research on the size of the market. And you've charted high growth. You've realized that these aren't mentors, these are investors. They want to know what their return could be. So just see yourself articulately explaining the equity share of the company, what you're willing to give, what you would need in return. And I want you to see that version of you on screen, cool, calm, and composed, with absolute clarity as to what you would say yes to, but also what you would say no to. It's the nature of good negotiators to try and negotiate a deal that's good for them. And I want you to see one of those high-profile investors lowballing you, giving you a derisory offer. They're asking for too much. They're not giving you enough in return. And I want you to see yourself confidently, articulately explaining why that doesn't make sense for you. You're not asking for anything in return. You're just deconstructing why that doesn't make sense. And I want you to notice the facial expressions of those other investors. They respect that you value your idea, your potential. There's belief in your product, not too eager or desperate to accept the first offer that comes along. And maybe that first investor rules themselves out. But I want you to see from your facial expression, there's no loss, no anxiety, no worry. All it does is creates a threshold for any other investor to know what they would need to do better than to stand a chance. See yourself being probed, interrogated, but dealing it with effortless grace. No question phases you, no question bothers you. Anything you don't have the immediate information to hand, you're willing to say, I'll do more detailed research on that and get back to you. You are coming across as someone intelligent, stable, thorough, diligent, and then perhaps see another investor make a higher offer. But imagine that higher offer still doesn't meet the needs that you have. And again, you articulate why. Perhaps you see them raise their offer, or perhaps they withdraw. But I want you to see a version of you that you're there to get what you want. And anything other than getting what you want either means that you have a feedback loop, more information. Perhaps the strategy all along was just to be on a TV show to raise awareness, get lots of publicity for your idea, and to seek investment and capital from elsewhere. I want you to get a sense that all the cards are with you. And whether you accept an offer or walk away knowing that you've met your needs, I want you to see you at your most resourceful. And if you can see that resourceful, confident version of you presenting in a high-pressured situation in a resourceful, confident way, let me know by nodding your head. And then I want you to rewind everything until the show is just about to start. But this time I want you to imagine teleporting into the screen so you are now in a first-person perspective. Feel that you're in your body in that TV studio. You can see the lights, you can see the cameras. You can see those high-profile people, but you now feel like you're in your body. Maybe they're asking your name and a bit about yourself. And I want you to feel just a little burst of an elevated heart rate. maybe a tightness in your chest, and I want you to smile and say to yourself, this is the boost that I need. Take a deep breath as you realize that all anxiety is temporary. You slow down your breathing with that diaphragmatic breath and you start to talk. Slow, confident, elongating certain words where necessary. Any question or asked, you're willing to take a breath and then smile before you answer, getting you in that highly resourceful, confident state. And while you're there on that high-pressured TV show, I want you to make an evaluation that if you can feel resourceful pitching to high-profile people in front of an audience of millions, doing a Zoom call is a walk in the park, presenting to 50 or 60 people is from this point onwards effortless for you, that this is training at altitude, and if you can handle this, you can handle anything. So feel how good it feels to go through that presentation. You've got the data to hand, you're communicating confidently, you're holding eye contact, engaging, answering questions in a thorough way. You feel like you're in flow, you feel that you're confident, you feel that you belong there. And you're willing, if an offer is too low, to articulate why it's too low, that it doesn't meet your need. And even if they withdraw, there is no feeling of loss from you, because unless something meets your criteria, you haven't lost anything. You've just set a boundary as to what is acceptable. I want you to feel how effortlessly you can breathe. Feel that sometimes you don't even know where the answers to the questions are coming from, almost like you're channeling all the knowledge that you've acquired up to this point. You feel calm, you feel confident, you feel in control. And then imagine there is an offer that you would like to accept. It values your company at the right level. It gives you access to resources you wouldn't have otherwise. It gives you additional insight, mentorship. But it also gives you the funding, the capital to grow your business, to take it to the level where it can have the impact that you desire. And as you say yes, just imagine walking up to that investor, shaking their hand, and feeling that this is a direct result of your knowledge, your competency, your confidence, and your ability to access this resource state to communicate ideas effectively. And if your unconscious mind accepts that, you've unlocked the capacity to be calm and confident even under pressure, that you welcome your intuition to help you prepare for important or significant events, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want your unconscious mind to act as if this TV show was real, that it is now part of your past, your history. And you walk away with this idea that if I can handle a high-pressured situation like that, anything is easy for you. How could you be nervous about a Zoom call? How could you be nervous about presenting to 100 people? If your unconscious mind has accepted, you've unlocked resources to perform at a much higher level, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Tap into these resources and just imagine what your future now looks like. Maybe interviews on the horizon, presentations you're yet to do, maybe managing a team of people, and see that future version of you do it confidently, calmly, competently. You see a version of you in your future, in control, and living the life that you desire, using communication just as a tool like any other tool to help you do things that need to be done. And then imagine that you're coming out of that TV screen. Imagining that you're watching that same TV screen, seeing the credits roll on an investor TV show that is now finished. And then imagine walking from that room to wherever you are right now, climbing back inside your body firmly in the present. As you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose, just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, returning fully to the present. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, motivated, but full of self-belief, with a touch of audacity, starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.